Greetings, how are we doing today? I hope all are well. Welcome to my first quarter moon reading. Just gonna go ahead and set the mood. I have a protection candle over there going nuts. Alrighty, so now let's get into it. The first quarter moon is the phase immediately following the new moon, okay? During the first quarter moon time, you want to make sure that you're revisiting your new moon manifestations, your new moon intentions, and you're going over how you can kick things up, step things up, get a little bit more creative, um, help yourself actually reach those manifestations, okay? So a good time to give yourself that extra push, that extra boost of confidence. The first quarter moon, the moon begins to grow. You're starting to see it. You want to start to see your manifestations growing in your life as well. This is the perfect time to plan. Right now, the first quarter moon is in Aries and it will be moving through Taurus. Aries energy is basically someone who knows they can get things done. They don't want to hear that they can't get things done. Okay, an Aries moon is a good time to also give yourself that push because Aries are the first sign of the zodiac. It is like that newness. That's when I say is the new year once we reach Aries season again. The new year begins. So being first, being new, being ready, what are some things you do in the beginning? You get ready, right? You plan. You are ready to do things, right? And then as it moves through Taurus, the Taurus moon is a bit different. So the book I'm using is My Moon Wisdom. This one is by Heather Rowan Robbins. Okay. I got this book off of Amazon. I'm not going to hold you. So now how to navigate through when the moon is in Aries. Things are energized. Be direct. You want to express your independence. A lot of people may be rebellious. And then there might be some people who are generous. But there ain't no time for empathy. Okay? Keep that in mind. Romance, when the moon is in Aries, it's time for us to take a step back and center ourselves. Okay? So don't just think about me, and how you did me wrong. Think about how you can ground and center yourself. Now, if you're not sure about grounding and centering yourself, I focus on root chakra. You can go ahead and take a look at my blog. I will link that as well. And you can check in on some ways you can work on root chakra. Now, the moon moves from Aries through to Taurus, okay? Now, how do we navigate through the Taurus moon? A Taurus moon tells us to slow down and become more aware. So you're just moving through being direct, independent, rebellious, and possibly generous, but not empathetic, and moving into a time to slow down and more aware. So if you grounded yourself right now, it's not too late. Ground yourself during the Aries moon. You can prepare yourself for the Taurus phase of the moon, where it's time to slow down and be more self-aware. In romance, when the moon is in Taurus, it's a good time to cuddle, snuggle. Tauruses love to snuggle. I mean, at least that's what I can see through my own representation. I have 2 kids that are Taurus. I have a girl and a boy, and they're both Taurus sons, so they definitely love to cuddle. Okay? So cuddle. Keep your expectations low. Keep things easy. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, those around you. Focus on you. Remember, you just were grounding your energy, so keep that energy going. It's a good time to a little bit of moving meditation, yoga, stretching. Taurus moon gives me big solar plexus energy, and I will be working on a solar plexus blog post as well if it's not up by the time this is up. But it's a good time to get that lower chakra energy moving so that you can channel that energy healthily. You also want to keep your expectations low. Okay, so now what does that mean to you? How can you navigate through? Well, I'm going to get a little bit more specific. I've got the assistance of some tarot cards and some oracle cards as well to help us tap into how this moon phase can best be of service to you and how you can work through it. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle this deck. Ancestors, angels, guides, I want you to all take a couple of deep breaths while these cards are jumping out because they definitely have something to say to you guys. Okay? Let me grab the one that fell. But let's ask, ancestors, angels, guides, what is the intuitive message for the people who might see this first quarter moon reading? I think they want me to take these. Ooh, these are good. Okay. What's happening here is you've got the world card. It's interesting because the world card has come out before. You've got the world's card, excuse me, and it's like anything is possible. You just kind of have got to choose. Say that this is what you want, decide that this is what you want, and step out and do it. Okay? And we also have the Eight of Swords. So it's like you are kind of holding yourself back with your own thoughts, limiting beliefs. You're kind of like, take this time of contemplation and then act. You've got the castle right there behind you. You're able and capable, but you're having a hard time. Maybe you're not trusting yourself. Maybe it's a root chakra blockage, sacral chakra possibly, but make some decisions. Being indecisive right now is not a good time because now this phase is telling you to tap into your creative ways to reach the abundance that you want, reach your manifestation. So it'd be a great time for you to go ahead and make a choice, okay? I'm also sensing that maybe, like, you're not feeling satisfied with your accomplishments. You know that you've accomplished a lot and you're at the position to do more, but it's not hitting the way you want. So where can you judge things up, mix things up, switch things up, keep things fresh? Where can you rejuvenate, bring more life into what you've accomplished? Because it's there, you see it, but maybe it's not as lucrative as you would like. All right, let's take a look and see what your native spirit wants you to know right now. What does your native spirit want you to know right now? I gotta get me a tripod there. For this first quarter moon, what does your native spirit want you to know right now? Song of the Wild. So it's a matter of you not holding yourself back. Remember we talked about movement, yoga, solar plexus, excuse me. So this is a time to answer the Song of the Wild. Bounce to the beat of your own drum, basically. Find your own rhythm and get going. So that's the perfect time for right now, right? We were looking at ways we could be more creative. So you've got to get moving, possibly. Let's see if there's any other messages from this deck. What other ways? Peace pipe. Okay, so some communication. You might have some blockages. There might be a conversation that you need to have. What is it that you're not saying? That could be showing up here, right? The swords around you. The pen is mightier than the sword. Maybe you need to write someone a letter and communicate. What's happening possibly is you're holding yourself back. You're suppressing who you really are. But you need to step up and communicate and express how you feel so that you can loosen up yourself. Things are very tense and very tight. And this communication can definitely ease things up for you. Flowing river. Yeah, so once you get going, let it flow. You don't want to feel trapped with your own thoughts. You're keeping things in. You're not saying what needs to be said, and that is not healthy. You want to keep things flowing. You want to start it up and keep it going. Okay? Let's see. What other deck wants to talk to us? Let's work with this one. What intuitive messages do we have for the people with first quarter moon? Happiness. Okay. So, right away, I already know. Find something to help, to be an outlet for you to express how you feel. Like, figure out an excuse to say it because you have imprisoned yourself, but you deserve the world. So you're thinking negatively, you're not reaching your maximum potential, you're holding yourself back. But if you would communicate how you feel with others, they may not even feel that same way. They may be like, why are you dimming your light? Remember, I don't know if you've seen it. I can't say remember, but everywhere we're all discussing how 2022 we're doing things bigger. We're not trying to do things smaller. All right, so communicate how you feel. You might be surprised. You're just going to let that flow. It's going to unleash this happiness for you. It's there. This is happiness with family, with your children, tapping into your shadow, your inner child. Maybe you might be doing things that your inner child might like, might enjoy. You're doing things that you couldn't necessarily do as a child, which is good. It's going to unlock some new happiness for you. Let's check out our Moonology deck. I have some reversals. Bear with me. Let me fix this. I'm not a big fan of reversals because I feel like if the energy is stagnant and negative, let's figure out how to judge that up. Now, if it were to pop out in a reverse, I accept it, but I don't leave the deck like that. That's just me. I can't speak for everyone. But let's use this Moonology deck to tap into first quarter moon message. Okay, you are good enough. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So definitely this all goes with every card that we've been pulling here. The world is yours, right? That's the outcome. The world is yours. But how do you even view the world to make it being yours to be a benefit? Have you allowed yourself to become imprisoned by your past, things that have occurred to you? How you're letting things fall apart around you when you know that your true kingdom is right there? What are you doing? Are you suppressing yourself, keeping yourself small, not charging your correct rates, dimming your light? Have you made some accomplishments? Maybe you haven't celebrated them. Maybe you haven't showed them. Maybe you have accomplished a lot and you've kept it to yourself. You haven't shared it. Get on that social media. Share it. Who knows? People might want to have whatever you create for themselves. Maybe they want a little bit of what you do mixed in with what they do. Collaboration. 2022 is about collaboration as well. But don't suppress yourself. Listen to the song of the wilds. You're hearing the song in your head. Listen to the lyrics is what I'm hearing, because the frequency of it is telling you a thing, and then the lyrics are telling you something. What are they telling you? It's for you. Establish this peace pipe. Establish this communication. Let it flow. Don't suppress how you feel. Let it flow, because happiness will flow to you immediately thereafter. Your inner child is calling. Your children want some happiness. How can you give that to them? Just remind yourself constantly that you are good enough. Now, feeling stagnant, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling that your creations aren't up to par is not going to get you where you want to go, okay? Right now, you're going to take everything that you have and you are going to examine what you need to do to really get to where you need to be, okay? Now, if you're a member of my Patreon, we talk about 6 months. Look at that. Writing a letter to ourselves for 6 months. So make plans, get really detailed, think about what you want to see manifest in your life. How can you help that actually come to fruition in your life? That's the focus right now. Set some goals and do some stuff. Mix up what you do, right? Don't just stick to one way of doing things. Collaborations. How can you collab with someone to make new things happen for you? Let's take a look at our chakra deck and pull a chakra card. What chakra needs our attention? Flexibility. So this is the lower chakras. Remember we talked about getting moving, being flexible, doing yoga. Flexibility. So your lower chakras, heavy on that sacral chakra energy. I also have a sacral chakra oil. I'm going to link that as well. But sacral chakra is important because it's an area of confidence. It's those lower chakras, safety, security, confidence. If you have stomach issues, reproductive issues, that's all those lower chakras. You want to get those moving. Now, this is not to replace any medical advice, but if you are physically able to get those lower chakras moving, getting flexible, you can feel free to use YouTube to find yourself a root chakra sacral chakra, solar chakra, yoga, mountain poses, warrior poses, lion poses, seated twist. Those are all kind of things to get those lower chakras activated. And depending on who you are, maybe you just need to twerk, okay? Maybe that's going to activate your lower chakras and get moving what you need to get moving. Stagnant energy will not benefit you at all. So get creative, get creating, think about how you can be more creative and implement it, okay? If you're going to take another course, after you take another course, what you going to do? Take another course? No, implement it, okay? That is very important. And again, don't forget, collaborations could help you further. I don't know why that keeps coming up, but that's the message. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. If you're interested with working with me one-on-one, I'm going to go ahead and link that as well. You can check me out on Instagram. I am Tiki's Customs, always custom, never basic. I have a blog, a Patreon, Instagram, and a TikTok. Like, there's so many ways to keep track with me. Alrighty? Hope you all have a great day whenever you are seeing this. I hope this serves you. If it does, leave me a comment and a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ashe.